Okay. And I'm starting this live. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm here with my dear friend, Jeff Olsen, who's part of the We Drum World Echo Drum Circle for Peace, May 18th, starting at 7 p.m. And there will be vendors and there will be breathwork and sound bath before that, starting at 4 o'clock. But we're here to talk a little bit about the We Drum event and what it's meant to be and what our intentions are. So, Jeff, what is it that you're doing for the event?
Katie Jo, it's good to be with you. Sacred, where there's peace, there's unity, there's oneness, and where we can gather and literally work as one to bring more peace and unity into the world.
Yes, I'm so excited. And I'm so grateful to have you as part of this. Many people don't know. So this was, I don't want to call it a brainchild because that wouldn't necessarily be true. But you and I were just chatting and we were sharing about, about 6 weeks ago, I was in this beautiful meditation process with Jennifer Atkinson, and she's doing the meditation at the event. And this was completely unrelated, by the way, to something completely different. And during that meditation, I saw the We Drum event. I saw exactly who was supposed to be involved. Some people I didn't even know that I was supposed to reach out to. And I didn't know where it was supposed to be, but I could see rocks and I could see tall evergreen trees. And so, of course, that is the amphitheater. Um, and so here we are moving forward. And my intention for this event is just to create an epicenter, a heartbeat, a connection of unity and oneness and consciousness of all varying people to come together and echo out that those who seemingly appear different can come to one rhythm, one echo, and come together. But that's kind of my part of it. What are your thoughts and intentions, and what do you feel about this whole event?
Well, it's good to have community. It's good to
Yeah.
come together. It's good to walk in beauty and walk in peace and honor and recognize someone that's different than me, but we find we have far more in common than we have separate when that happens. And it's going to be a beautiful event that will echo out and it'll create that. It'll create unity.
And I love, love, love the way that you open directions. Now, when I say that, a lot of people who may be viewing this video don't know what opening the directions is. So if for somebody that might be wondering what that is, would you explain that?
Yeah, I will. It's an interesting thing. And I mix in Munaki and Lakota traditions, but you open up the sacred directions, which are 7 sacred directions. There's the directions of the compass, the east, the south, the west, the north. There's also the direction under your feet, Mother Earth,
Mhm.
the beautiful land that supports us and gives us everything. Whether it's the clothes you're wearing or the food you're eating, it comes from Mother Earth. And then there's up, Father Sky, beautiful clouds and the inspiration that comes and the sunshine that allows everything to grow and nourishes everything with light. And then the 7th direction is to go within me, into my heart, into my knowing, into my peaceful, sacred space, even when I'm in turmoil.
Oh, yeah.
Find those messages and those answers for me that are directly. You can call it the creator, you can call it God, you can call it my higher self, you can say the universe, whatever word one uses. But rather than looking for it out there, 7th direction is within, to find it within myself.
I agree. And you and I have known each other quite a long time now. I mean, quite a long time. I came across some of the photos from your first book signing up at Barnes and Noble in Draper
Yeah,
long, long ago that I
yeah,
came up to. And we've done drum circles now for, I think, 10, 12 years, maybe 14 years. I don't know.
yeah.
And the drum circle is something that's really, really sacred to me. It's a process of connecting to the heart. It's a process of knowing that every culture across the world uses some form of drumming in some way, in some ceremonial way. So it makes me feel one with the entire world. Um, and on a personal level, the drum to me has always been about opening the heart and just feeling who I am in the present. And it's been powerful for me in shifting grief, in shifting chaos, in that drum beat, in that just meditation, if you will, or that's it's silence, but it's with the drum. It's like a cocoon that surrounds me. It's as if the whole world shifts and I am whole. And that's part of the drum circle to me. That's part of why I want to do this event. But I wanted to just ask you, because you've been at so many drum circles, many more than the ones that I've done. What is drum circle to you?
Three things, I suppose, and it's probably far more than that. Anytime I go to a drum circle, it's amazing to me how people come together. And
Mhm.
when I say that, someone may start drumming and someone may have never even held a drum before, but they find the rhythm, they find the beat, and they might be doing a unique, rhythm between the two. But I promise you, as that goes, somehow it turns into a synchronized rhythmic melody, if you will. And it's just a reminder that the universe, that one song, as each of us contribute our vibration, our beat, our rhythm to it, it unifies and plays off of and harmonizes with others. And we find that oneness. So that's one thing. The second, and Katie Jo, you may have been the one that presents this in my consciousness. It's the heartbeat. It's that heartbeat. Not only my heartbeat and that beat within me that has been a part of me when I was listening to my mother's heart and I was forming in the womb, but it's the heartbeat of everyone, and it's the heartbeat of the earth, and it's the heartbeat of the universe that is present. That life blood, that call it a pump, call it a rhythm, call it a vibration, call it a harmony of the heart. It's all about the heart. And the third thing is community. I mentioned that, to have people who can rub shoulders and count on each other and trust each other and know that, well, he's got my back and she's got my back and they have my back, and we can stand together in our individuality, but there's people I can lean on. There's
Yeah.
people who support me. There's people who I can cry on their shoulder or lend a hand to, and we're within arm's reach and we're willing. That's the three things drum circle is for me.
I think that's just perfect. When I think about that, it's, I go back to scriptures of all things where it says where two or more are gathered.
Yeah.
And what it is, and this isn't scriptural or Christian or any religion. What it is just the awareness that when we come together, we amplify. And while I come in and I might have turmoil in one area of my life, or I might have things that I'm struggling with, or learning and growing, or weaknesses that I'm overcoming, but there's somebody else there that has that mastered, and they don't have to say anything. They're carrying that frequency. And when we're all together in that vibration, being willing to connect to the heart and being willing even to have that, I call it like a visceral and all a physical communication with whatever we deem our creator to be, whatever name that is, I feel like we gather, and that amplification and also that rising and lifting of those frequencies comes together. And it's like I use the analogy a lot where if you've tasted chocolate, you know what it tastes like, even if you're not eating it right now. And so when I come together in the presence of those that are strong in areas that maybe I'm struggling, I know the frequency, and it supports me in that healing and growth as well, in that pure space of love.
Yeah.
So I love what you said about community, and it's not, sometimes it is physical leaning. And sometimes it is physical, somebody has your back. And sometimes just by being there and being willing to be authentic and in your best self of service and connection, that's enough. Drum or no drum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We all have a
Well,
drum. We all
we
have a drum
all
right there.
were born with it.
Yeah, we are.
Well, I'm looking forward to May 18th. You can come out, and I'm telling the community, it starts at 4 o'clock, meaning we'll have breath work, we'll have sound bath, we have vendors with amazing products and services available at the American Fork Amphitheater. You can Google that, and I'll have the address available if you don't know what that is. Drum Circle starts at 7 o'clock. World Peace Meditation starts from 6 to 6:30 before that, if you'd like to come and settle in before. And I treasure any time we get to spend together, Jeff. You're such a soul brother to me. You've been a leader, an inspiration, a guide, a friend to me for so many years. I hope that if we do live a million lifetimes, I hope that I don't have to go through very many without you, because
Oh,
you've just been a stalwart friend in my life. So thank you.
thank you. Thank you. I feel the same. And you only see in others what exists within yourself. And you have been all those things to me and more. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, thank you. And we'll see everyone May 18th.